This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So this is interesting. I recently read an article, and it was talking about interest rates, but broken up by generation. So like the greatest generation, boomers, Gen X, millennials, the snowflakes. And then
oh man, I would hate to be called the snowflake generation.
So did I. I was like driving around my truck in the oil fields, and they're calling us snowflakes. And I'm like,
you're included in that. You're a snowflake generation.
I am 100% firmly a millennial. Yes.
Oh, you're a millennial.
But they were calling us snowflakes because we couldn't take criticism. We just melted.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was a thing like maybe 2013, 2015, somewhere in there. Yeah.
So this article is stating which generation has the lowest interest rate.
Correct. And
so what are the categories? Run through it for us.
So they say the silent. I don't like that. I like the greatest generation. I think that's better. Greatest generation, boomers, Gen X, millennials, and then the generation after millennials is Gen Z.
Sure.
So
which one of those generations has had the lowest interest rate when it comes to buying a home? That's the
correct currently, like as a demographic.
Okay, so JJ, what's your guess? Because we haven't seen it yet. So what's your guess?
I'm going to go with baby boomers because I think that they probably have the most equity and the best credit, and they probably all were able to refinance.
See, I would think that as well, but I think they had higher rates back in the day when they were purchasing their home. Because we're talking about at what point they were buying homes, right?
No, currently.
Oh, currently. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking at generations currently and what interest rate are they paying right now on their home. So, yeah, you're right. Maybe the boomer generation refinanced and got lower interest rates. Oh, my gosh. See, you made it tougher. So... That's a tough one. Yeah. So wait, what are our choices again?
So we'll narrow it down to the three that are most closely together: boomers, Gen X, which I don't even know what Gen X.
Gen X is like my age. It's like the 1977 to.
Yeah, it says 65 to 80 on this article.
Oh.
And millennials they move it around. They move it.
Anyways,
it's 81 to 96. Anyway, so between boomers, Gen X, and millennials, who has the lowest?
I'm going to go with the Gen Xers.
Your team Gen Xers? You're because you're a Gen Xer. So.
Because I'm barely a Gen Xer, though. Barely.
Barely? All right, JJ, what was yours?
I think baby boomers.
Baby boomers? Man, it was millennials.
Okay. Millennials have the best. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right?
Because they were doing a lot of purchasing. They were doing a lot of purchasing when interest rates were crazy low.
Exactly. Yeah. That would have been my guess, but I didn't know millennials were of age to purchase homes. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yeah, I'm a millennial. I'm sitting across from you.
At what age did you purchase your home?
So 1981 to 1996 are millennials. So I was thinking 1996, like they're almost, the youngest millennials,
That's true.
almost
Great
30
point.
years old.
So I'm almost a millennial. I'm 78, so I'm 3 years off.
You can be an honorary millennial.
Oh, no, thank you.
Honorary
I do not
snowflake.
want to be categorized with the millennials. You guys get a lot of flack.
I know we do. I love it because it's not true at all.
Bring it on.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, the millennials. So I was at a conference the other day.
Does it say what their average interest rate is?
Yeah, so the millennials is like 4, Gen X is like 4.1.
Oh,
boomers is like 4.2.
Oh, so it's pretty close.
It's really close. Those three are really close. Gen Z is 4.9. So those poor young cats are.
But I wonder what the silent generation.
4.3.
Okay, so we're relatively close.
I'm surprised they still have mortgages, honestly. Most of them have probably paid it off.
They might be reverse mortgages, too.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. But, where was I running with all this? Talking about being snowflakes and how I'm going to own it. We were at a Tom Ferry event recently, and he said something that I just totally... So for those of you who don't know, Tom Ferry is the #1 real estate coach in the country. He's been that for like the last 10-plus years. He's a legend in the industry. The dude's...
Never sold a house in his life.
Never sold a house in his life, but man.
But does he know how to coach?
But he knows how to sell agents.
If you can't teach.
Exactly. And so what he was saying is your biggest competitor isn't even in the industry yet. So he's speaking to a room full of agents, and he's saying your biggest competitor isn't even in the industry. So I'm looking around.
What does that mean?
So that means so I was thinking about my team. And I have some incredible agents who just got licensed in the last 6 months or so, but they are selling more homes than people who've been in the industry 5, 10, 20 years.
Why is that?
because they're killers. They're great with people. They're great with their follow-up. They have incredible customer service. They know their market forward and backwards, and they're hungry.
Yeah, and they get to build on what you've already established.
Yeah,
it's just like technology. They're not starting from ground zero. They're building on top of what you've already established. So they don't have to relearn everything that you had to trial and error to figure out.
If I had all that money that I'd spent trial and error,
think about that, right?
I would have a lot more money. But yeah, so essentially, your biggest competitor hasn't even been born yet. And I thought that was very interesting because I'm used to, and you're probably used to this too, JJ, being the younger guy in the room, like the new and up and comer. And then it's like, okay, well, shoot, time marches on, right? We're going to talk about the death clock in a little bit, but like that's just interesting. How time marches on. But anyways, back to cash buys. Yeah. We got JJ here, JJ Mack with American Pacific Mortgage, top 40 lender in the country. And if you want to get in touch with them, just call or text us at 530-GET-MORE, M-O-R-E, and we'll get you connected. But he has this incredible product, and it's called Cash Buys. JJ, you mind explaining why this is so great?
Yeah, I mean, Cash Buys is I'm sure you all have heard about something called a bridge loan before, and maybe even a home equity line of credit. And you can use these tools to help you purchase your next home before you've sold your current home. And so Cash Buys allows you to do that same thing, but only in a different way.
So how is it different?
So Cash Buys, well, the reason why it's so different is because you can, it's like it sounds. It makes it look like you're buying a house with cash.
Okay.
And how do we do that? Well, we take the equity on your current home and we give it to you. We give it to you, and how we do that is we allow you to purchase this house, and we actually buy the house for you.
Okay.
So it's not. It isn't you're on title, but you're on a different type of title. Until you sold your house, are we going to transfer that home over to you? But until then, we're buying the house for you in cash, so you get all the benefits.
So that means you don't have to write a contingent offer. You don't have to sell your house and then move into the next house. Like, it really makes it easy. Makes it simple, streamlines the process. And what's the difference between this bridge and HELOC? Just for people, just give us a quick rundown.
Yeah. So
let me rephrase it. Sorry to interrupt. Who would want to use cash buy? Who would want to use bridge? Who would want to use HELOC?
Yeah, so huge thing. This is going to be big. So if you have been in the market and you've been putting offers on homes and you haven't been successful, what do you think would happen if you were to put a cash offer in a home? More than likely, you'd get that offer accepted because you have no contingencies. So now your offer jumps to the front of the pack. If there's 10 offers on the house, they're going to look at cash offers first.
Yep.
This is going to make that happen. And so this is a great program. It really allows you to do that. Where a bridge loan, it is not like that. It can be in some ways, but you're still getting a loan on the property. Mm-hmm. You can do no loan contingencies, but you're still going through the loan process. And you're still getting that. Still a great program for a lot of people, but it doesn't allow you to write it as a cash offer.
Okay. And then what's the home equity?
So a home equity line of credit is a little bit different, where if you have a current home, if you can qualify, if you have the income to qualify for your current home and your new home, and you can get a home equity line of credit, meaning you're pulling equity out of your current home, you can use that as the down payment for your next home before you've sold.
Got it. So we just helped somebody do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we have. So we've done all of these programs. One thing that we just did, so we had a client come to us. And he said, you know what? I really want to buy a house. I just don't want to sell first.
Yep.
I said, okay, well, here's your options. So he thought a HELOC would be best for him. So what he was able to do, after getting turned down by about 3 different lenders and going and trying to find a way that would work for him, he was able to find us. We were able to then help him get this home equity line of credit.
What do you mean he was able to find you? We gave you this guy. Yeah, we helped you out.
He found me through Johnny Jennings.
Yeah, by calling 530-GET-MORE. 530-GET-MORE. Yeah. So there was the bridge. That was the home equity line of credit, and then so what? Quick story. So, but before the story, is there any income or like minimum loan requirements, or is there any loans too big for the cash buy program?
No, that's the other cool thing about it. the cash buys program does not have a minimum, where the bridge loan will,
Okay.
the home equity line of credit will, cash buys does not.
That's incredible. Yeah, so we're actually in contract with somebody, so we'll see how it plays out, but they are making an offer, cash offer on the cash offer is 2.65 currently, $2.65 million. So this is a huge loan, but they're able to do it because they're doing basically a cash buy program, and our seller is absolutely ecstatic about the offer because it's simple, it's easy, it's fast. And that's the other thing too, you can close these pretty fast, right?
Oh yeah, it's super simple. 10, 12, 14 days, no problem.
Just depends. Once you start getting around the 10, 12 days, it's almost too fast for the seller at that point. They're like, hey, I'm going to need a rent back if you're going to close it that quick.
Yep.
I need to pack up and move out. Awesome. And so we talked about cash buys. If you want to learn more, reach out to JJ. Just call or text us, and we'll get you connected, 530-GET-MORE. If you want to learn about, or if you're curious about that bridge loan, seeing if that works for you, you can reach out to us as well. And we also talked about the home equity line of credit option. But speaking of home equity line of credits, there's been a boom lately in that, has there not?
Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. It's crazy right now.
So what are you seeing? Like, why are people doing home equity lines of credit?
Well, you guys have probably heard, but we just hit over $1 trillion in credit card debt in America. And so,
is that a good thing?
Well,
If you're a credit card company, I guess it is.
probably not. And so a lot of people can't afford these payments, and they
Yeah.
need help.
Okay.
So we're trying to get out there as much as possible and help as many people as they can because they really need it right now. Because credit card payments right now, with their interest rates, are insane.
That's what I've heard too, is not only is credit card debt at record highs, but the interest that's being paid on these credit cards is also at record highs. And
Absolutely.
so it's just rough. So basically the benefit to somebody if they're struggling with high credit card debt and they have some equity in their home is they can pull out that home equity line of credit, get a lower interest rate, and then pay off their credit cards. Is that correct?
Yep.
And so that saves them on their monthly. Makes buying food, groceries, your mortgage that much easier to pay.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. You have a credit card with a 20 or 30 or even 40% interest rate on it.
There's 40% out there?
What?
Sometimes. Yep. It's getting up there.
I'm in the wrong industry. I should be there.
I know. Oh my gosh.
So I'll tell you a quick story if you don't mind.
Wait. Before you tell the quick story.
Okay, go ahead.
40%, and people are getting mad at paying an agent 2.5%. But you'll pay your credit card company who wants to cut you off at the knees 40%. Anyways, I digress. What's your story, JJ?
No worries. So basically, we've got a client today who called into our office, and basically, we felt so bad for this lady. She's going through a divorce. And she wasn't able to, she obviously got the bad end of the stick. She wasn't able to make her payments anymore, so she just continued to take more and more and more credit card debt.
Yeah.
And so these credit card companies, as you start building up more credit card debt, the harder it is to apply for new credit cards. And so this lady, unfortunately, had to go out and find these credit card vendors that were offering her even higher interest rates. Her highest interest rate is 37%.
Wow.
And so if you think about that, every single one of these credit vendors has over $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 on it. So she's paying several thousands of dollars a month for these credit cards, and only way she's able to afford it is to get another credit card to pay it off.
Oh my gosh, it's a death spiral.
The good thing is she has a house, and she had this house for the last 8 years. And so here we come again to save the day, real estate. And real estate has allowed her to take equity from that property and pay off all of that debt because of how she was able to hold that house for so long.
So she was having cards at 20, 30, almost 40% interest rate. That's probably saving her thousands of dollars a month just in interest.
Oh my gosh. She's over the moon right now. She cannot be happier that she should be saving this thousands of dollars a month.
That's incredible. So not only did she pay off her credit, so she has no credit card debt?
No credit card
Did she do the whole Dave Ramsey thing and cut up her credit cards?
I don't know.
Beans and rice.
Beans and rice, rice and beans. Hey,
it.
I'm all for living lean. Totally get that. However, there is a piece of Dave Ramsey advice that is I really have a hard time with. He says a lot of great things, but I've just seen this particular piece of advice work against so many people. And we'll talk about that once we come back from the break.
Well, Mike, the bar has been raised when it comes to selling your home. People want more, they expect more, and that's why folks are working with Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team with Made for More Realty. Like Margie and Ben did, they needed to sell their home in Rancho Cordova and wanted to sell it as is and for top dollar. After the first weekend on the market, Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team brought them 8 offers, sold the home for almost $20,000 over list price, and they had cash in hand in just 17 days.
17 days. Just Google Made for More Realty today and get more for your home.